Okay, I have to be honest with you right off the bat. I sat down today to record an episode and I scrapped it. And then I sat down again and I scrapped that one too. And finally, I just started laughing at myself because here I am trying to make the perfect episode. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Done over perfection. That's it. And honestly, this is probably going to be one of the most easy conversations I've had because I'm not coming to you today with some polished scripted thing. I'm coming to you midweek, brain a little fried, just talking to you like I would if you were sitting across my kitchen table. So let's get into it. Here's something I've learned. Both in my bakery and in building this business. Perfectionism is sneaky. It doesn't feel like fear. It doesn't feel like high standards. It feels responsible. Like, I just want to get this right. But a lot of the time, it's actually just fear of being seen before you're ready. Fear of someone looking at your price list or your Instagram post or your pop up table setup and thinking, that's not good enough. And I'll tell you, some of my favorite things I've ever put out into the world were not perfect. I've sent emails with typos. I've had pop up displays that were, let's just say, rustic. I've posted recipe cards that I changed 3 more times after they went live. And not one of those things hurts me. Not one. What would have hurt me is if I never sent the email, never set up the table, never posted the card. A slightly lopsided cake that actually gets sold to a customer is worth so much more than the perfect cake recipe sitting in your notes app that nobody ever tasted. So, if you're in that spot right now where something's been sitting unfinished because it's not ready, I want to give you 3 things to hold on to. First, your first version of anything is a draft, not a debut. Your first pop up table, your first price list, your first post talking about your bakery, none of that is the final version. It's not supposed to be. You're going to look back at it in 6 months or 3 months or a year and want to change it. And that's not a sign that you did it wrong. That's a sign that you grew. So give yourself permission to start messy. Messy is just the first draft of good. Second, good enough to ship is a business skill. It is not a compromise. I want you to really hear that. Every week that something sits because it's not perfect, that's a week you don't get back. That's a week without feedback, without sales, without data on what's actually working. A done thing gives you real information. A perfect thing that never goes out the door gives you nothing but more anxiety and a longer to do list. Third, give yourself a perfection budget. This one is so simple, but it changes everything. Pick a task, say writing a caption, and give yourself a set amount of time 30 minutes, whatever the time might be. When the timer goes off, it goes out. Done. This trains your brain that done is the actual finish line, not flawless, because flawless doesn't exist. Done does. I see this come up so much, especially for bakers in the foundation stage, where you're trying to build the perfect plan before you take a single step. And I get it, I really do. But here's the thing about a bakery of your own. The whole framework exists because nobody has to have it figured out before they start. That's the point of having stages. You're not supposed to arrive with everything perfect. You're supposed to arrive with something started and then let the stage teach you the rest. So here's what I want you to take away from today. Done over perfection doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means letting real life, Your actual customers, your actual sales, your actual experience be the thing that moves your work, not your imagination, not your worst case scenario brain at 11 p.m. If there's something you've been perfecting instead of finishing, I want to know what it is. Come find me on Instagram at Dani's Kitchen Shop and tell me. Let's get out of your head and into the world, imperfection and all. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.